Mzansi, today we're going to see the defense hopefully move in one accord as they cross-examine the latest witness. Something seems to be going on in the defense, but I hope they use the weekend to gather themselves and govern themselves accordingly so they can represent their clients and do their due diligence so that they can cross-examine this witness who, in my opinion, I believe was highly irrelevant to proving that any of the five were at the place where Senzo Meyiwa was shot. And the comment section seemed to agree with this. And I'm going to go through some of the comments and maybe we can gather together to help the defense. My immediate disclaimer, because I can already see the naysayers typing. Now, here's the disclaimer. This is a commentary channel. This is not factual. This is just a bunch of information that is shared online as we bring forth our opinions in video format. These videos are thought-provoking and designed to be educational and for entertainment purposes only. So Senzo Meyiwa, the night that he was shot to death, drove his BMW that was parked outside Kelly Kumalo's mother's house, right? Okay. And in order to get into the house, the first thing you saw was the car, okay? So walk with me here. If I am a criminal and I am here to rob the people in the house, but the first thing that I can move, which is the car, which is a movable property, first thing I am going to say when I enter that house is car keys now. Everybody down, car keys. Everybody down, car keys. If at all anything, Baloyi's witness on Friday proved that the guys could drive. Am I wrong to say the BMW X6 should have been the first thing missing at the crime scene? See, that's thought-provoking. Nobody has talked about why the BMW was not part of the items that were taken. Okay? Why was the BMW not taken? It makes absolute no sense. They just needed the car keys. There were 5 of them. One could drive the BMW, and then there would have been a search for the BMW, but that never happened. They just wanted cell phones? And I think back then it was not the iPhone 15 Plus. What kind of cell phones did they have in that house that were more valuable than the BMW outside? I've seen some comments that say I'm very biased. Today, my goal is to work with Baloyi's evidence and make it work. Just let me know in the comment section, based on the evidence given by Baloyi's witness, they were in Gauteng. Okay, we'll accept that for now. Why didn't they take the BMW X6? So Mzansi, the first comment goes on to say, Baloyi knows he hadn't had a pre-trial meeting with these advocates, but didn't bother to have a brief as they arrived late. Affidavit 2 has not been given to the defense, but still the judge is not listening. Baloyi is clever. He did not give Mnisi because he knew Mnisi will read it and analyze it properly and defend it. He gives Nxumalo and Ramosipili, who are not going to read and not bother to ask questions. Now, Mzansi, that's a very loaded comment, but I want to say, you know what? She's not far from the truth. Baloyi did not give Mnisi. Mnisi vows by it. He never received it. But the 2 that stood up to say they got it failed to even recognize that Mnisi was saying he didn't get 2 affidavits. They stood up to say they got 1. I have to agree with the second part because they absolutely missed that pure, simple detail that, yes, you got it. Okay, you got it. Did you get the second one? Where's the second one? Can you confirm if you got the second one last year, like Baloyi is alleging? I hope that they will stand up with such vigor as well and be able to tear down the witness and be able to cross-examine the witness and show the court that the witness's entire testimony is irrelevant to placing their clients at the scene of the crime where Senzo Meyiwa was shot. And this comment says, hey, I love your headings, very catchy. Why, thank you so much. And another comment goes on to read, the only thing that might place the accused at the crime scene is their cell phones, if the location through their records will indicate as such. Another comment reads on, the accused have been placed at the crime scene by Uzandi and Tumelo and the DNA analysis. As for the DNA interpretation, it needs someone who pays attention to detail before you can understand. Once again, the comment section sometimes can get real heated, but let's just stick to the facts presented here by our commenter. So, Uzandi and Tumelo say that the 5 accused were at the house. Okay. That's a matter of he said, she said. Show me the evidence. Show me the proof. The bare minimum that we're just asking for, so that we agree that the 5 accused were the part of the grand scheme to kill Senzo Meyiwa, is just show beyond reasonable doubt that they were there and that they pulled the trigger and that they're the ones who shot Senzo Meyiwa. It doesn't matter which of the 5 at this point. Just show us the evidence. There is no way anyone, even as biased as you claim I am, can dispute evidence. Present the evidence and we rest our case. This comment says, no, you are misleading. They said they were not in Gauteng. So the lead evidence was to prove that they were there. Another comment goes on to say, who is they? As far as I remember, only Muzi said he was no longer staying in Gauteng. And finally, this comment says, and Mzansi said he was in KZN for lobola or marriage on that weekend, the 26th of October 2014. The others, they never said they were out of the province. Speaking of the others, has anyone noticed that the accused number 3, 4, and 5 are always chit-chatting in the courtroom, jibber-jabbing? They're having their own conversations going on, and like nobody is stopping them. Judge Rata is not noticing that lack of order in court. But I digress. First of all, let's go back to the comment that says, no, you are misleading. They said they were not in Gauteng, so the lead evidence was to prove that they were in Gauteng. Going to write a driver's license test and failing it and presenting your failed scores in court, in my opinion, a form of humiliation of the accused, but I digress, does not prove beyond reasonable doubt that they were at the Senzo Meyiwa crime scene at the time of his shooting. That is all that is relevant. Not that the cop stopped them and said this, the driver's license test results were this and that. Where is the evidence that puts them at the scene of the crime? So is this witness's testimony valid? It has already been entered into record. Is it overrated by Baloyi? Will the defense be able to pick up these points that we are pulling apart? Will the defense be able to put their differences aside and work together as a unified team to defend the 5 accused against the charges against them, poke holes in this witness's testimony, and bring justice for Senzo Meyiwa, sending Baloyi right back to the drawing board and in an attempt to win this case for the state? Comment down below, Mzansi, did the 5 accused kill Senzo Meyiwa? Were they part of the big scheme of Senzo Meyiwa? Or should docket 375 be brought forward while docket 63C be dropped? That's it from us today. Catch you after today's session in court for the highlights.